Thanks for staying with us. So the hottest news in Nigeria today has been the outrage over an instruction by Betta Edu that the minister, the now suspended former Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, who allegedly asked and Oluwatoyin Shakirat-Medein, the Accountant General of the Federation, to transfer 585 million naira to the bank account of an individual. The instruction for the payment was contained in a leaked letter dated December 20th, 2023. In the letter, Edu instructed the Accountant General to transfer that amount to the UBA account of one Oniyelu Bridget Mujisola. Yesterday, news broke that the president had suspended her from office hours after she was denied entry into Aso Villa. Now, what are your thoughts on this? Because aside from the act itself or the illegality of the transfer, there are other levels of, oh, she's a woman, she's young, she's a minister, she's only 6 months old in the office, she's being persecuted, she's being witch-hunted, others are saying there's due process. There's a lot of conversation around it. What are your thoughts? Let's hear. I know the whole of Nigeria is talking about it, but until your view talks about it, it's not been said. So you can call us on 081 07641-637, 09024163440. You can also tweet to us at TVC Entertainment using hashtag YourView on TVC. Would love to read your tweets. All right, so who'd like to go first? So for those who don't know what's going on, according to her, she was trying to get humanitarian services to Cross River State, right? And then I think it was palliatives and stuff like that. So she then transferred 585 million naira into an individual, possibly with the hopes of distributing it. Now, people are saying that there's a difference between due process and embezzlement. That we're mixing it up together. Because what we're seeing here is people are saying she embezzled, but the facts on ground doesn't show embezzlement, just shows due process. What are your own thoughts on this? Yes.
Okay. So, following the story, because in her own explanation, she said that she had followed due process. But when the Accountant General spoke, she said that a request was made to her office about the transfer of the money to the project's financial project person, I think the Bridget or something, yes, who the money was paid into her account. And she had said that that's not how it's done, that the money for the palliatives should be distributed directly to the beneficiaries. That's how it's done. But she went ahead, and that's Betta now went ahead and credited the account, even after the Accountant General said this is not how it's done. Yeah. So the Accountant General also quoted some parts of the Constitution saying that the money comes directly to the beneficiaries. So you must set that platform in place so that all the palliatives you are giving will be going directly to those people who are supposed to receive it, and it's not done or sent to one person's account. And one of the reasons that law was put there was to protect issues like this, was to protect fraudulent behavior. You know, you don't transfer such amount of money to an individual's account. It's also part of, you know, finding out how money laundering is being done and all of that. And that's why that law was put there. But she, in her defense, said she followed the civil service law. I was waiting to see that aspect of civil service law that backs her up, because sometimes some laws can be conflicting. We can have the general law from the Constitution, then have the one that guides the civil service. Till we unite, or ministries, till we unite these laws, we can now tell, did she actually make a mistake, or did she
going by the actual law, with the federal government's financial regulations, let me read it here. It says, personal money shall in no circumstances be paid into a government bank account, nor shall any public money be paid into a private bank account. An officer who pays public money into a private account is deemed to have done so with fraudulent intentions. Go ahead, Mariam. What are your thoughts on this?
Ooh. So I feel sad. And I'm feeling sad because we're quite excited for the number of the female representatives that we saw in the cabinet. And also that, we hailed the fact that she was 38 years old. It's not even 40 yet. And then to have this happen just a few months down the line. So, I also commend the government for doing what is right in this situation. If there was fraud, if a due process was flouted, this is how the federal government should address it. And I am happy that the government addressed it swiftly. And I hope that this means that it will, and I hope that this same swiftness will be applied to anyone and everyone within the administration found to be involved in any fraudulent activity or flouting of due process. I hope, because like the conversation, a lot of people are saying, oh, it's because she's quite naive and young and new, so they took advantage of that. A lot of people have done things like that, have gotten away with it. I don't mind, I don't care about that. The thing is, we want Nigeria to work. If people are not doing the right thing, they should be called out this way. They should be suspended immediately. Investigation should be carried out. But it must be for everyone. It would not be right that this person has been picked out as the scapegoat and then other people are allowed to go scot-free. And for a lot of people, they will tell you that things like this does not happen without collusions and you know, involvement of other people. So I hope that when this investigation is finally done, everyone who's been part of this will be suspended or punished as well. So that's where, you know, that's my own stance on this.
I worry, YK. I mean, I don't want to jump in, right? Want to jump in now? Go on. I worry because, you see, I always feel I like to look at all sides of the coin. And as somebody who has also worked done some work for government, I realize that the processes can be very, very painstaking. The process can be very slow. And when you're somebody young, like a Betta Edu, you want to get things done. You're under pressure to fix, to move. You're not like the older ones who are willing to just follow due process and just wait. You just want to get things done. And the energy I saw from this minister was, listen, we need to get palliatives around to come to the country. Whoever can say, can I send money to you? Let me send it to YK. YK, please, let me distribute. Give the yellow jar, give the commissioner here, give the local government chairman. No, let's get it done. So I feel, I mean, trying to be like a bit of a defense, like it's probably that passion, that energy that she put into that. And that pressure. And that pressure. So now, where do we meet government and getting things done halfway? Because there's process and there's fixing Nigeria, because that's the end game. These processes we put in place, I know they're there to check things, but can we make them so that they are swifter to get things done? Because I know, I'm not trying to defend her 100%, but trying to see things from her own points. Because I remember this thing that happened with me when I was working in Subeb, and I can mention the board member's name, Honorable Bayo Adefuye. I was working closely with him, and for me from the private sector, I wanted to get things done. I just wanted to do things. And he said, Murayo, I know you want to get this done, because in my own head, it's for the kids. It's not personal. We're trying to fix this thing. He says, listen, this is government. If you pass a paper, if you're supposed to put a paper from point A to point B to point C, if because you want to get it done, you move from point A to point C, they will say you did not follow due process. And that in itself is a crime. So I know it's difficult, I know it's annoying, but just let us go through that slow process of government to get it done. So my question is, if government is so slow, she was trying to help people, I'm just trying to trying to get things done. What can we do to make it easier for someone like that to be able to do what she needs to do without that kind of process?
Well, about the getting things done, I'm not sure about that. Because secondly, she has another allegation against her. She took a plane to Kogi to go and distribute funds. And there's no airport.
In Kogi?
In Kogi.
That could not be her. That could be documentation now. That could be documentation by her PA secretary.
I'm sure they apply a private...
She took funds to go to Kogi with her staff. Airport taxi. There is no airport in Kogi.
Yeah, but there are planes that...
So listen, there are other allegations against her.
No, YK, let me talk on that one. See, I've worked a bit of civil service. YK, let me address that one.
Let me finish now.
Okay, finish your point.
So there are other allegations. Like that one.
Only two so far. There's not other allegations. Only two.
No, but it's important.
Now, it is the 585 million and this airport one. Those are the two. Let's not say other allegations. Let's be very careful.
Okay, there's another allegation. Now, there is the fact that these palliatives have not reached people. People have been complaining that we have not seen palliative, we're not seeing palliative. So there is that one. And I remember that Kogi one, because they were all thanking her that, we got 20,000. Thank you, government, we got 20,000. So I remember that Kogi one.
Okay, can I respond to YK with these two things she has mentioned? Number one, a minister cannot sit down and do a form or buy ticket herself. That's civil service work. So it's possible. The system in itself, whoever it is that is working in the office, is putting together this document that you're talking about, saying about, oh, they flew, this amount of money they went to. She will not write it or type it herself.
Is she aware?
It's based on, she can't even be worrying about logistics as a minister. Your own job is, we're going to Kogi tomorrow, let's get us there. How would you be signing off?
Sign the paper?
It will be hard to defend her using that because we've seen that she's someone who doesn't follow due process.
Because of the 580.
Yes. Now, that's her, sadly for her, that has now become her pattern. That's now become what will be used against her. How can we, when we cannot trust you with the over 500 million, how can we trust you on other things?
Yeah.
You see, so right now, really, it will be hard to defend her.
So I wanted to say...
Just sorry, because I wanted to say something. This woman is not new to government.
Yes, she was a commissioner.
She has been a commissioner.
Yeah.
So she should know the laws.
And she should know the laws.
Federal government.
So are you saying that when she was there, she was just signing?
Federal.
Because she didn't know, because she did not want to follow you, because she wanted to get things done?
No. Oh. So yes, I agree with you on that. So it's not about rushing to get things done. It's about doing it your own way, ignoring the systems in place. If you want to do things and the system, the bureaucracy is too slow and there's a way you can hasten it, you talk to the people in charge. You give them a mandate. This is exactly what we want to do. I want to beat this time frame. Please, the people responsible to be signing this as we're moving, can you people get on it? Because I have a deadline to do this at so and so time. Look at what happened here. If you want to give that amount of money as palliatives, the real crux or the real system of doing it is that you credit the beneficiaries directly. Now you move the money to one person's account. How did you plan that the person will be the one crediting the beneficiaries? You have bypassed the system. The system was there to make sure that once you install it, maybe they give you the papers to the banks and all of that. They have the BVN of the people who are supposed to receive the money. Everybody will just be receiving alerts in their houses. Now you move the money to one person. Is it this person now that will be going to the banks to be presenting all the BVN? You have bypassed the system because something is definitely fishy. So it could also be that it was a sabotage, you know. There's a way these things happen and people don't really like you taking up that position and they find a way to sabotage you. If you are eating with the devil, you must use a long spoon. When the accountant general said this is not how it is done, you should pause there. Don't be in a hurry to send the money somewhere else because that can also be used against you. So whether you had an intention to do right or you had an intention to do wrong, the methods with which you have used, it is wrong. Okay. And we must call it out.
Let me go on a break. When we come back, we continue this conversation. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Thanks for staying with us. Somebody has sent a message here to YK. There are 2 airports in Kogi, one in Ajaokuta and the other in Lokoja. Yeah. They are private zones.
Yeah, they are private. Yes.
Because when we hear all this information that come from all sorts of social media, we just take it hook, line, and sinker. I think it's fact. Many of them sometimes it's not.
I was listening to
it's based on
radio. It's not
based on
because I don't do social media.
TV and social media. All of us.
I mean, on the radio they said she went to Kogi where there's no airport.
Yeah.
So they have.
I was trying to interrupt you because I know people that actually take the private.
Yes. And most of them
back and forth.
So I mean, we're going to say something. Go ahead.
Yes. So you know, in talking about this issue, about her naivety or not doing it right, I don't want it to look like it's in defense of what she did, but just maybe give us a picture of how some of these things work. The system, a lot of people have said that when they get appointments, there's usually like a period where you have to work with the civil servants. The civil servants that feel that you don't know anything. What are you even doing here? We are the ones that make sure that this place works. We don't know you. So it takes a while. And for some people, they're able to use that period to learn how to work with the civil servants. And many people have said that the civil servants can sabotage you. Yeah. So allow you to make some mistakes that can get you into trouble. Yes. Now that brings us to the point of the sort of people who also put in positions. Maybe you can be technocratically good, to be in a position, or you have the passion to do something, but you also need to understand how the system works, how to be careful of some loopholes, so that people who really do not want the best interest of the ministry, or they are not happy about your appointment, you don't fall into those traps. But this does not mean that if someone is found doing wrong, the person should not be, should not be investigated. Now, this is also a ministry that we know that 2 people, the former minister and one other person is going through investigation. Already. It's as if already that ministry, there's a lot of eyes on it. EFCC is looking really deeply into that ministry and how monies have been used. Allegations of laundering of money, monies that are supposed to have gone to vulnerable that never went there. So she happened to fall right in the middle of all this investigation. Now we have the Accountant General of the Federation who said she had given her a note or something to explain to her that the way that you're going about it is not the right path. I don't know if the minister saw this. And were there other things within the ministry, were there documents that had been given to her when she assumed office to show her that this is something that she could have done, bypass it and make sure that work, is carried out. And then after we'll come and tidy up the process. We have heard that people tend to do that. So
okay, let me take this call.
Put her here again.
Call from Majangwa. Hold it for a minute. Good morning. Thanks for calling.
Good morning.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year, sir.
That woman has not done anything wrong. Let me tell you, I retired from the federal ministry, and I work across. I'm a maintenance officer. There is what we call special advance. They can give special advance and pay into your account. That money they have given into that account, it may be special project. When they gave you money for special projects, they will ask you to create an account and pay it there. It is from that account you will now collect that money and use it for the project, and then you will now do retirement. Yeah. Those who doesn't know anything, they should not be scandalizing people anyhow. Exactly. Are you getting me now?
Yes, Mr. Kolawole.
So that money, probably that is the system she made there, and she followed that system. Yeah. They should investigate whether that is the way the former humanitarian minister did.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kolawole.
I want to respond to him. Yes, wait.
That one is under investigation.
Wait now. So the system that they've been using in the civil service is now the system that she likely followed, right? So why was she suspended for following the system they've been using in civil service?
That's what we're saying, maybe a witch hunt.
No. Aside from being, will the president just suspend her?
Let me give you an example.
Witch hunting her like that. Let me give you an
example.
But
I wanted to have your view event. Was it Christmas? We wanted to have an event. And we're organizing ourselves and putting money together, getting sponsors from here and there. And to get things done, to get this and get that, want to buy this, want to buy that, we had to put money into somebody's account.
Okay.
Okay, this person, your job, therefore, is to pay the one that will bring table, the one that will bring chair, the one that will bring water. The money, the pay was put into you because your responsibility. It helps the job done to be done faster. If I want to start paying individually to the water person, the chair person, the decoration person, it's going to take forever. You are responsible because you are closer. So, which is what Mr. Kolawole is saying, that there is an understanding that in certain instances I can get an approval for an advance in order to get things done. My job is to retire the amount. That's one. Now, why did the Attorney General not approve it?
That's one.
That's women working against women. They can sit on that eye. I'm just giving you an example of all the various angles. We're talking about it from different angles.
That could have played a part.
Different angles.
Yeah.
Why did I? Because I understand Betta is trying to take this money to Cross River. I understand the urgency. Why didn't I approve it? Why am I telling her? Why am I slowing her down? On taking her age into consideration, like she wanted to get things done. Is it possible? Have we investigated in Cross River that the palliative, the money was not paid? Can anybody come and tell us for a fact that this 585 million did not get to the recipients? Do we have that documentation? Nobody's saying that. No, so we're just saying the due process. If they tell me for a fact that that money, that 585, never got to the designated people, then we have a problem. Then there's an embezzlement.
Wait now. Yes. How will you know?
But right now it's due process that was not followed. So we must differentiate it from what it is.
Wait, so how will you know if it got to the people?
We need to know.
Follow the money.
Hold on.
Yeah, exactly, follow the money. How did Mojisola transfer it? Let's follow it.
Her name is Bridget.
Yeah. So how did she transfer it? Let us follow that process.
So whose account?
We know that can be done. That can be done.
How was the instruction given? This is a lot of money.
That's why there's investigation ongoing.
Wait now, it's not a few million or 5 million to do project or 10 million. No. 580-something million. How do you give the instruction? How do you follow this money?
100 million.
It can miss you. We know that is half a Hold on. See now, wait first now. There's a reason why the Accountant General, hold on. refused to give this. It's not about women pursuing women now or women envious of women now. It could also be that they have been doing things in the civil service this way, but we've come in to clean up the system that everybody must follow due process. It's possible. Now, one day that they start, now we sit here and we talk about how government must clean up itself. So it's possible that they have decided we no longer do things the way we do things. We must follow the system. And you made a request. And the person said, no, we have changed, though. You have to go this way. You went ahead.
BC, which makes it right, but it will also mean that we'll have to investigate the AGF and make sure that she has never done this for anyone.
Yeah.
That's true.
I'm sure they've done it for that.
No, we have to make sure.
She has done it now. Shebi, what is this EFCC right now?
Which one?
The other minister. The minister before her replacement, the one she replaced, that one is inside EFCC. That one is how many billion?
No, 37 billion, over 37 billion.
That one is billions. That is over.
That one is laundering.
That is over 4 years.
Yes.
From 2019.
When they added up everything.
2023. 2023, she was minister. Wow. 37 is not women. It is not women. It is.
There's a reason.
The reason the accountant general said
no.
Come, the one that
if you don't see no.
Don't
say no, we're not doing this like this again.
Don't do it like this. So now say no at the minister.
And you sign it.
I've seen the video now of the person that it entered her account. If you see her.
Let me take
ignorance.
Let me take this call.
You see?
It
shouldn't even be the minister.
Yes. See women like this. Let me take this call.
Based on how she looks.
Olufemi from Agodo, please calm down. YK. Hello, thanks for calling your live, sir.
Thank you so much. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning, dear.
Looking at this situation, I had a feeling that maybe scandal, embezzlement, and everything. But after listening to different views coming from you ladies, I'm beginning to think maybe she's just a victim of error. This is what I think I'll call paradox of error. She has good intentions, good purposes, but she's been a commissioner before. She's been a bigwig in the APC before. Maybe she has the characteristics of getting things done by bypassing process, what we would ordinarily call being proactive. Now she came into a system where people are not particularly used to her own ways, and then she still wanted to follow her process of doing things in a proactive manner. And then the next thing, she's being tagged as a scandalous individual. First question I'm even asking myself now is money lost? Money is not lost. It's traceable.
Did the people receive the money?
Did the money go to other people that cannot be traced? No. Did it go to our family members? No. So I'm beginning to even ask myself, as an individual, in the private system, are there times that we have good intention, we have good purposes, but then the system itself is so bureaucratic that
God bless you.
Process,
you're speaking my language.
You will not get the thing done on time.
Absolutely.
And then there will be people that will sabotage it in the middle.
There
are people that work in banks, organizations. You want to follow process 1, 2, 3. Number 3 person deliberately will mess it up for you. We'll just
Thank you very much, Olufemi. You just took us to exactly what I was trying to. And I'll come to you right now. It was very, very clear because bureaucracy is one of the major problems of our civil service. And sometimes when you have Gen Zs or millennials or people, younger people think different minds coming into the government, say, okay, what can I do to get these things done? And I told you I had that same issue. I was willing to skip all this process and get this thing done because that was the objective. But I was slowed down. No, this is government. You can't do that. So that's how we must see this situation.
I even see it like that.
I'm happy that you're seeing it like that now.
No, I see. No, it's not now. I see it like that because from the way I see it, maybe she wasn't liked, and she was not following due process, and she was doing things that people were saying,
so they can walk like
come
this.
And sabotage us now.
So they now
wait for her.
Set trap for her.
And she said,
fell into it.
She didn't even fall. She dived into the problem. That's the problem she's facing now.
Naivety.
Her predecessor, which is my own main, Anatu, what's that one's name?
Sadia Farouk.
Sadiat.
Should have advised her, Abi.
That one is 37 billion. Are you not hearing?
No, that's a different matter.
That's a whole different matter.
It went into Okwete or somebody's account.
Yes, so it's a contractor that they are.
So, my own, this brings me to solution.
Okay.
Because I don't think, I'm sure they would have distributed some of the money. This ministry, listen, they should scrap it. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you
why. Tell me why.
Because 37 billion. 37 billion, and we are still like this. Nigerians are still like this. People are still suffering. What have they done with the money? What they should do is what we see our ogas, Igbo people doing in Britain and America. Start, what they call that thing? Where we come and collect your money by yourself. There is the ministry. It's called the social welfare.
Yeah.
Don't give. Why are you giving people responsibility? Why are you sharing 20,000 to me as if you are doing me a favor? It's the national cake. So let them stop sharing it. Let everybody be entitled. If you don't have a job,
you go and collect.
You go and collect.
From the banks.
Okay, let me quickly take this call and hold it for a while. Good morning. Thanks for calling. You're live.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
My name is Dele. Yeah, I want to quickly contribute to this topic.
Please do.
There is a 37.1 billion on the past minister that is on. And not only that, there is a 44.8 billion also on the same past whatever and Alima.
Yes.
Now, Betta Edu, you see, this humanitarian thing seems to be another loophole that is being used to loot our commonwealth. And I think they need to find a way to go about it and automate this thing and send money through the bank. You don't even need to just send the money through the bank to individuals. Everybody that has an account, send money to us. I think that's very important. A lot of people are suffering, and some people are holding 44 billion, 10 billion that should have been given to people that are suffering, and they are holding this money. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you what one of the things that happened, and it's in the media, that happened in the last administration through this the former minister. They came to do a training for people in Lagos, how to repair telephones. All the gadgets they gave to them, I don't think they're up to 50,000 naira. And they booked 33 million per person. 33 million to train and to equip these people per person. See what I don't know if you can. It's on the media. I don't know if you can check it. You will see 33 million and all the gadgets they give them. If you have repaired your phone in the Kenya or anywhere, check see what the people have. Exactly that's all that they give to them. And the budget and they claim that they have used 33 million to train each of them. Okay.
All right. Let me go on a short break. When we come back, we continue.
Yes, I must continue this on the short break. I must read this.
Yes, screen grab it.
We'll remind
so you don't miss it.
I'm here. I'm opening it.
With us.
I must read it to you.
We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.